I I didn't want to make this video, but I think uh, I I've got lots of people just asking me about my opinion on the ToonKritic situation, and I'll be honest, I talked about it on Twitter. I tried to mostly just laugh at it. I kind of made it want to make it more of a joke than anything. Kind of me trying to cope with the situation, but this is a serious issue. So as you might have heard of in the past days, ToonKritic, a member of the Brony analysis community, was accused of pedophilia for a few things he did. One involving him doing sexual role plays with a 14-year-old girl, and asking for pictures, and sending pornography to her. And I'm disgusted. He tried to use the defense that since she was from the Philippines, and the age of consent there was 12, and he tried to use that as this defense, which I'll be honest is very lazy way to dodge criticism, especially when he claimed himself that when the girl would visit that in Baltimore for BronyCon, that he would actually commit to the actions he said he would, which kind of defeats that point that he was trying to make. But I thought it would just be that, just one person he would. But then I have heard that he groped a 13-year-old back at BronyCon 2014, and I won't name those two girls. Honestly, all my thoughts go to them. I feel deeply sorry they were involved in that. I don't want it to be about them. I want people to know that they're victims, but I don't want them to be the focus, because they're not the ones to be we should point the fingers at. It's all about ToonKritic, and yeah, I'm basically talking about it because a lot of people point out the plush incident. And Toon, if you listen to me, which I'd up to, well, there's already lots of people who made videos about you and against you. You've already deleted your Twitter and your YouTube, so you probably don't want even to put the finger there. Well, I'll be honest. I want to talk to you. You probably won't listen, and you've probably never listened. You call yourself ToonKritic, but as much as you value your criticism, you don't really seem to value other people's criticism. But you hurt me, honestly. I was, when I went to BronyCon 2015, I had hope. I thought it would be, I thought it would be my chance to prove myself. Because, back a few months before that, other analysts didn't really, they called it poorly written, and they said that, I wanted to be their friends. I went to them, and I wanted to be their friends. I was not a writer. I just wanted their opinion. I was following Josh Scorcher back in the days. I thought he made good points, and I kind of laughed every time he made every time he was saying no, he was not a brony, and he was just trying to be himself, and I laughed. It was fun to see a guy just try to pretend he was not a brony, but receiving a shirt with brony written on it. I wanted to be friends with the analysts, and I joined the Rift Cafe because I thought they could help me get better. I didn't see myself much as a writer, but I wanted their help to get better. I wanted their opinion because I thought that they made good points and they could give me advice. And I felt betrayed, but I thought with BronyCon, when I helped them do their animations, the people laugh and scream of joy. I just thought it would be I thought I had a second chance. I had some hope for life. And I just thought I could be friends with other bronies. And, I made a mistake. I got late. I tried to come back to my hotel room at the con. And I lost my card, so I couldn't come here. I couldn't get there. So I had to wait and wait. I was told to go away because I was not welcome. Felt weird because it was my hotel room. I shared it with Fallen Wish. I was just giving her. Well, I was sharing with her the room. I had given her shelter. I drove her to BronyCon. She had a difficult situation, and I just thought that she deserved to go to a PonyCons. She was just like me. She deserved some chance in life. And and when I finally saw her leave the hotel room, and it was the first floor of the hotel, I saw her go out of the door. I just ran to her, and that's where I saw you. You had your red tab hat. I don't remember if you had your goggles, but that doesn't matter. Just saw that and just thought, well, that's a guy who's not afraid of wearing a red hat, a silly red top hat. Thought, maybe he's a cool guy. Maybe you could be friends. Not really do much. Just because I thought there was just good in most people. I just thought bronies could be good people and I could get along with most people. I ran to her and I asked her if I could borrow her key card so I could get back to my hotel room. And she did. And only to be told when I went to the hotel room that she touched one of the plushies I got. I got that plushie not even the first day. I got it before the con was even started. Josh Dean was super happy because we did our job before the deadline. He was super happy because he wanted Good Morning Baltimore to be finish and so they could show that to people, and they couldn't the previous year, so they were really happy to see us be able to finish the project in less than 2 months. I felt proud of myself for doing that work. I felt proud of myself for being able to accomplish something, because it was hard for me to get an animation. I had to sacrifice lots of stuff. So it was hard for me when I saw the LSS community say that the animation was just done for me because they said I didn't know how to write. I finally felt like I mattered. So when Josh came with a box with plushies, giving them to us, saying that was one of the gifts for the project, I was super happy. And the con was fun. I got to the only singer I got to meet at the convention was the one for Hoofbeats. I got to meet Bass Echo, and it was super nice, and I made a friend. So I was really happy to have a plush of the character he voiced. I felt I mattered because I had a piece that that belonged to me, that connected me to the con. I had something in memory of the con. Out of the 3 mascots of the con, you decided to rub your naked crotch against the one mascot he voiced. I was disgusted. I was told an orgy happened in the hotel room I shared while I was away. And I was told I was not invited because Fallen thought I was gay. Which is... okay, I'll say that is a pretty bullshit reason. Because I told her I was bi, and yeah, it happens. There's bisexual in our world. And, Toon, you too admitted you were, so you understand what it is. But yeah, I was told you rub your crotch, and I was disgusted and didn't want to bring that up afterwards. Took me a while. I wanted to cover that up because it was a bad thing that happened at the con, and it was. I wanted to just bury that memory, and then I've heard you talking in a thread about the orgy. You talked about the. You claim you did nothing wrong. You tried to say you had nothing to do with it, and that's where I confronted you. I asked you what the hell you did to that plushie, if it made you innocent in that case. What you told me, what you said to me in your defense was, I didn't know it was yours, which disgusted me. So had it been Fallen Wish, would have been fine. She really liked that character. If you did that to her, yeah, she'd be really angry at you. But she was there. Apparently you started doing that and people turned against you, asking you what the hell you were doing. This was disgusting. And I ended in a chat going against you, trying to. I just wanted an apology, an honest apology for your actions. I was asked why the hell it mattered. It was just a plushie. It was not just a plushie, it was the action you did against me. It was the fact it mattered to me. And all I was told was, at least it didn't come on it. You didn't even want to listen to why it mattered to me. You kicked me out of the chat just because I took too long to respond. I was not worth your time. I was not worth your time just for a freaking apology. And yeah, I know it's not you that kicked me out. But when I got kicked out of that chat, you didn't even try to go in private just to tell me you're sorry. You did worse. I think it was like a day or two after you posted the video called #MintyFresh. You really wanted to be trending. Because you filmed yourself with a shitty webcam and you tried to say you were sorry. Then you said you would do a fan animation for me. You didn't do a fan animation for me. Just laughed at me. You just because you heard I was French Canadian. You decided to make a parody mocking me like one of these stupid stereotypes, those stupid French stereotypes in the poorly drawn South Park style Canadian pony. Just, oh my god, it was just look horrible. And felt betrayed. I just wanted an apology. You didn't even need to make it a video. And I had to ask you to. I asked you to take it down. You were insulting me. People were laughing at me for that. I was a victim, and you didn't care. You just. It was not even hard to take it down. It was just 2 clicks. Not even tweet. So yeah, I went above and just made a Tumblr post explaining almost everything that happened. I was being generous. I didn't even say everything that I knew about the orgy. I won't even try to say it here. Well, other people already know, so. And yeah, you took a panel back at BronyCon 2016. You took a panel in front of people to laugh at me. And the video you posted, you tried to blame it on Cartoon Z or stupid alter ego. I couldn't believe it. It was. You just try to escape from criticism. Call yourself ToonKritic, but criticism doesn't matter that much for you. Felt like shit. And yeah, try to avoid you at all the conventions you were at. And then BabsCon happened. I've heard that people who liked me decided to steal a hat from you and to put it in the toilet. Okay, it was not nice. It's not something I would have done. Like, if someone gave me your hat, that was just have put it somewhere, just told you to go grab it but probably I told you as a joke that someone tried to mess with it. You know, not even the truth, just saying that this happened so you'd understand how it feels. And yeah, you were pissed because it was your hat. And you were pissed when you were told that it's just a hat. And I thought you finally saw the irony, that you finally tried to understand. And you know, I thought it was just me flipping the page, just turning it to a better, you know, better moments, just. But and then yeah, we were two community guests at CMPC, and the con was small, so you wanted to finally apologize to me. I was ready to apologize, to accept your apologies. You know, if you were honest, that maybe you had learned your lessons and that maybe you could, you know, become a better person from that. I was not mad or anything. It was just, I just wanted to get what I wanted to get for years. Just simple apology. I didn't even want a monetary compensation. I just wanted you to admit you did bad stuff. And I accepted your apology. And then you subscribed to me you followed me on Twitter. I followed you on Twitter to just keep you in check. And nothing really happened afterwards. Just life kept going. And yeah, people were talking shit about you in some chats, and I had to play devil's advocate. I just said that to say that, yeah, you apologize and that I had nothing else against you. I didn't. Maybe we could finally be friends, or at least something kind of like friends. I mean, if you know, if antagonists could be reformed, maybe there was something good in you. Just thought that. I just thought that, you know, could change the page and just. But then, like 3 or 4 days ago, I just realized that no, I couldn't accept your apology anymore. I couldn't accept that you'd feel sorry for a plushie, but not for a human being trying to take advantage of a 14-year-old girl. And I don't care if you said you were in a hard place. I was in a hard place. I couldn't accept it anymore. And I've heard other allegations, other people saying that you groped them at conventions. I didn't follow you at cons, so I couldn't prove it myself, but seeing all the people going against you. What I'm gonna say, looking at Josh just telling you why you were wrong just reminded me why I liked the analysis community back in the days, because they were good people who just wanted to enjoy the show. But your actions just disgust me of that. You made people mock me for who I was. Make me look like the bad guy for just wanting justice. Not even revenge, just plain old justice. And I feel bad for all the stuff I said about the analysis community. I was putting all my anger against you towards them. I was just... Now I'm wondering with, you know, the show that just has 2 more seasons, if there's still time remaining to make up for it, go try to talk with the rest of the analysis community, try to befriend them again. Maybe you will understand. You disgust me too. Just not only that, but just seeing you made a video about villain reformation. You said yourself that villains had to take actions, and when you had to take action to go to the police to finally admit your crimes, you did nothing at all. You haven't learned a single thing from the show. You couldn't even just turn yourself in. Not even try to. Okay, I guess you'd be in legal trouble if you said something right now. You probably don't want to incriminate yourself more. But at this point, we have a statement from you just saying that you did what you were accused for. I didn't want this to end like this. I didn't want to win a fight. Life is not meant to be a fight. Life is meant to be an adventure. I feel disgusted with all the stuff I had to say on Twitter to condemn your actions. And yeah, I had to laugh to try to cope with it. Because I thought that if I made a joke out of you, people would probably take us more seriously than you. That you'd probably learn better if we laughed at you, like how you tried to make me learn by laughing at me. Feel bad for that. It's not the Brony way. We don't see the main 6 laugh at the antagonist at the end. When Nightmare Moon was defeated, we didn't see the main 6 laughing at how miserable she was. I shouldn't laugh at this. I shouldn't feel good just because karma happened. I want good people to get good things because they did the right things. Not just because bad people just did bad stuff. I don't gain anything from seeing someone in the Brony fandom get in jail. You we could have been friends if you just behave yourself. If you just try to not do those advances to that 14-year-old girl. I don't care what people say. If you have a problem, if you're attracted to young people, get a therapist. You said yourself you had a therapist and you were trying to get some help. Get some help from that. I don't care if because your brain is wired weird. You get excited with that. I won't judge you because you were born different. You shouldn't judge me because I was born in a different place and I was born in speaking French, just learning English the hard way. I shouldn't laugh at you for the stuff you laugh at me. I don't want you to die. Even people went into your skin because they've seen you do terrible actions. And yes, that's what you did, which is criminal. That was disgusting. And yeah, I can say that, yeah, you didn't murder anybody, which is a plus. But if you don't face the music, you don't face your own criticism, never get anywhere. And you just want your career to survive. If you don't come forward if you don't come forward with your accusations, you admit your wrongdoings. You do your time in jail for what you did. Prison. If you do your time in prison for what you did and you try to repay yourself with community service and promise to never, ever, ever be close to a kid, maybe I'll forgive you. But maybe it's just me just trying to find good in people. I didn't want this to end like that. I didn't want this to end with the police. And yeah, I said back with the plushie that would contact your mom. I didn't do it. I just wanted someone who had some kind of authority to tell you why you're wrong. Because I thought that an authority figure would be better than just internet justice. But no, you laugh at me. I don't really have anything else to say. I'm disgusted. Things could have ended much, much better. And yeah, for anybody who's hearing me, I just hope that ToonKritic's story help teach people. If you're 14-year-old or younger and someone tries to do advances against you, to talk to an adult, to contact the police, to tell them not to do what you did, and try not to prevent this from happening. Because I don't find fun seeing people do bad things. I find good in our world when justice is served, but I don't find good in our world when crimes happen. And yeah, if you're like Toon and you can control your thoughts with young people, get a therapist. Might hurt for you to admit that you have a problem and that you need help, that you might be seen as, seen as wrong, seen as, some kind of subhuman for being, being temptations. And yeah, I don't know if it's just the way the brain was wired when you were born, or some traumatic events when you were young. So it doesn't matter. It's more about needing help, because I don't want other stories like that to happen. I don't want CNN or other mainstream media to look at us and say that we're just like him. I don't want to lose this fandom to bad people doing bad things, because I care about this fandom. I care about the people in this fandom. I want more people to do stuff. And yeah, I was harsh against the analysts, but they do stuff too. They do content. I did look as polished as some other stuff like fan art and fan animation, but without them, we maybe wouldn't be as interested in talking about the show with that depth. Maybe we wouldn't try to be more objective about the show, like reviewers. Maybe we wouldn't be as harsh in the show. And yeah, the show is has its flaws. Yeah, sometimes it's poorly written. Sometimes it's very very poorly handled. Sometimes it's very in your face with its moral. Sometimes they just want to get up to a point and they just write the script to go to that point, instead of caring about the little details that make the rest. But still a show I love, because the show made me think that if ponies could get along and get better, maybe we too could be better, because friendship is something important. And I care about the show. I don't want to have people ruining it by using it to do those wrongdoings, I didn't want to go in that depth to go against ToonKritic. I made too many posts on Twitter about this. I feel wrong for doing that. It's not, I just I feel like the way he deleted his channel, delete the video he made against me, was not the right way of doing that. If he just deleted it by himself because he thought that he was doing that wrong, maybe would have felt better, because that way I would have felt like something changed, that something changed for good, not just because someone was taken out the fandom, but someone became a better person. I don't know what to think right now. I just hope nothing that bad happens again. Then again, I feel weird because people that disagreed with online, we finally had something in common, some common goal to fight against. It's like when you see thinking of Naruto Shippuden movie 3, when Naruto and Sasuke were against I don't remember who. It was just one bad guy and they just teamed up to fight against that bad guy. It's kind of weird as a comparison, but feels weird that people just go together like that. That they find a common point, and yeah, probably won't become friends with them like that, but feels weird to just finally agree with someone like that at that point. Maybe just because people they disagree with or they don't like, even they can be right. Yeah, I think I should end those thoughts by saying that Toon, thank you for what you did. Not because you did the right thing, but because all those bad things you did made people try to make things better. That's weird to say, but yeah, maybe there's some light in all that darkness. Maybe we can learn a lesson from you. Maybe you'll be an example, not on what to do, but what not to do. Just go to the police. I won't judge you any further if you get arrested. I don't win anything either way. I don't win anything if you get arrested, and I don't win anything if you don't. But if you do, you'll probably have some help. You'll probably have some therapist to figure out what the hell's wrong with you. If it's like what you said your therapist had, said you had, like when you said you had inferiority complex, probably not that, but while it'd be prison, you won't be doing those wrongdoings. You won't be out chasing 14-year-old girls. You won't have to be worry about maybe doing something bad against someone, because you'll be in check. It won't be freedom, but the idea that you won't commit anything bad again might make things better for everybody. If you go to the police and admit your crimes right now, people will probably remember you much better. Someone who finally admitted his crimes than someone who tried to escape and got caught. Probably did something horrible in the way there. You wanted to be remembered, to be horse famous. And yeah, you got known, not from the right way. You had lots of people who said they've never heard of you, but the first thing they've heard of you was the worst thing. We'll probably forget about you a few years. Probably just remember your top hat and your internet name. They'll probably just forget you're even a person. just think of you as a thing that happened rather than a human being. They won't care for you anymore. And that's harsh, but if they forget about you, they'll probably be able to flip the page, just go forward, just do something positive like community service, or I don't know, I can't just think of community service, but anything but being close to a little girl again. That's all for tonight. I don't really know what to think anymore. I just think it's a shame we had to deal with that situation. I just hope we learn from it.